All right. So there's a couple of videos with Claire that I'm gonna post up tonight. You're gonna get to hear me hooting and hollering and screaming. It happens. All this stuff that people are doing to gaslight me and gaslight others, it's effective. Very effective. One of the ladies here is real mean to me, especially when I'm by myself, and one of the other ladies here let me know about it, and I'm like, well, I'm thinking in my head, I'm already aware. She said, yeah, she's got a hard on for you. She gets some vibes. I'm like, yeah. And that vibe is called fear. And some people think it's okay to be mean to someone just for being afraid. And some people take it in stride. I had a bunch of stuff I needed to do. I haven't been able to do any of it. Just trying to keep my head on straight at this point. Anyway, I did record a couple of videos with Claire, so I'm going to try to post them tonight. My back is killing me. I got to finish going through some paperwork. There's like 11 different documents that people are expecting or wanting. Oh, not 11. I found 3 of them. But like I said, there's 15 bags. I'm not talking about little dinky Safeway bags. All right. Some of these bags have 5 or 6 of those little dinky Safeway bags in them. So we're not talking about little bags. The reason that they're in Safeway bags is because they're partially separated into, well, like my medical stuff. All of my medical stuff is sorted together. And that way I can make copies of it if it's evidence in one of the other situations. Trying to explain to Claire or any of these other folks about how important it is to turn it in with me. And it's always the next time thing. Well, I need to turn in what's already happened. And the situation with the officers, you know, a lot of people have told me, yeah, you're in an unsafe situation. But then they never speak up about it, do they? They'll tell me it, but they don't tell others. And then I ask them, hey, why don't you try turning it in with me? Yes, we can call it the DOJ and a lot of other places all in one day. And we can, hopefully, between 2 of us, be able to figure out to find a way to get all of the stuff that I've already sent to Claire turned in. There's a lot of people who had misunderstandings based on their assumptions. And I'd say that's fine, were it not for the fact that that gets innocent people killed or injured. And we can't be having that. I'm pacing right now because my back is hurting, obviously. It's almost 11 o'clock at night. I don't have a lot of time. There's a possibility of me getting to talk to a reporter here. One of the things with Claire is that she's gone through an incredible amount of bullshit herself. Many of the people that I've had to deal with, she has had to deal with too. There's also when I started having a real bad stuttering problem, so if it seems difficult to hear me or understand me, there's a reason why. Oh. 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 I'm not interested in any sort of violence, and that's why people choose me for their violence. They're more likely to pick a fight with somebody that they know they can beat up. They're more likely to start a verbal altercation if they think they got some juicy meat that'll shut someone up. Nothing shuts me up. Nothing. How many years have people been trying to shut me up? There's a reason I don't. I don't care what kind of creepoid crap that you got going on in your tabloid brain. It's not okay to bully me just because you got a creepy vibe. Really? A creepy vibe? How about just stay away from me then? If I'm so creepy, then leave me alone. Meanwhile, her excuse was not that I was creepy to her. No, not at all. Her excuse is that she heard a rumor from somebody else who heard a rumor. Now, she had the opportunity to look at evidence, she just didn't want to look. She wanted to bully and berate and pretend like she knew everything. Now, this other lady tonight, she came and warned me about the situation, which I'm glad for. Ain't nobody looking for any sort of altercations. There's enough bad people in the world that we don't have to go witch hunting. And that's the truth. A lot of people perform some real creepy behaviors because, well, let's face it, they think if they victimize me, they'll get away with it. And they do get away with it. That's what it's really like out here. Anybody can harm you and pretend you're a drug addict or call you mentally ill and try to insinuate that you're schizophrenic or delusional. That you must be a pedophile or a alcoholic. You get to see Andrew Wolnez multiple occasions going to places to do exactly what I was doing. Except he wanted to call it begging when I was doing it. He just bullies over and over and over again. On the bright side, for the most part, I don't have to see him in person. The lady here who's mean, I do have to see her in person and interact with her in person in order to fulfill the obligations of somebody else. I'm doing my best to try to deal with people who act like children, who want to give me advice or bully me and berate me and tease me, antagonize me, and then, of course, you know what I do? I speak up. Well, sometimes people are nice. One of the ladies with a key showed up here tonight. She's allowed in. We were able to follow those rules. I was also able to call Claire. I also got a lot of work to do, and it's 11:03 p.m. You'll also get to hear me scream and curse. You also get to hear some parts where I'm really hard trying to get Claire to listen. I'm needing her to listen to the situation. And I'd rather it not be on YouTube and Facebook and all that. I'd rather it was a private conversation. But I also understand, because transparency, it's important to show the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. With the people harming me, it's not that I haven't sent this evidence out to people over and over and over again like I'm supposed to. It's the fact that anybody who gets a government paycheck somehow magically claims that they can't see any of it and can't hear any of it. Other people can. Why is it that if I send it via text message to 30 different people, half of them being civilians and the other half being government officials or people who get your tax dollars, mandated reporters, the mandated reporters won't see it, or they'll claim that they can't see it. They're either not able to see it, not capable of seeing it, not allowed to see it, or it has to be in a very specific format that you don't have access to send it to them in. At least Claire's not an idiot. So I'm going to end this video. I'm going to be thankful for the lady who let me know what's up. I'm going to get to cleaning up the mess that was made today because people track through here, and I was just supposed to get my stuff organized, pull some papers out, and be able to rest up, and that's not been able to happen. There's a lady who keeps coming here not to work. No, she just wants me to open the door so she can come in and bully me and bitch at me and berate me and bully me some more. Why? Why is that necessary? Why do you feel the need to stalk somebody that you're creeped out by? Because that's a real fucking creepy behavior. That's not borderline stalker behavior. That's creepy as fuck in real life. In your face creepy. Go find someone else to bully. I get that I'm not pretty. I get that I'm not tall. I get that I'm not young. I get that I'm not physically able to do the things that you expect of me. However, I'm not trying to date you. We got no kids together. Is it too difficult to just leave me the fuck alone? If you got stuff that you want to do or need to do, then do it. You can leave me the hell out of it. Also, have some respect for other people's things. If you need the door open or unlocked because you need to be able to come in and out at will, how about knock on the fucking door? The reason that you don't have a key is, meanwhile, I'm only here to make sure that my stuff is secured and safe, make sure that his stuff is secured and safe. That's what I was asked to do. It's a madhouse. Sometimes people need a break. Anyway, it's not the best situation. We all have our quirks, y'all know. I got my quirks. You get to see them on my YouTube channel. You get to see how people harm me over assumptions. How dare I defend myself? How dare I speak up? How dare I show evidence? How dare I try? And then there's the situations where people ask to see the evidence, and then I go and dig it out, and I try to show it to them, and they say things like, well, that's politics. I don't care about politics. Well, why ask to see the paperwork then? You have no idea how many times I've had to dig out my arrest record for people. Well, we got people out there who want to pretend that I must be some sort of sicko pervert because of what they've seen on the internet. There's a lot of really important stuff, like, people pretending that on these sites that get literally millions of views, claiming that I went to Virginia to see Natalie when she was 15. Like, no, you out your damn mind. When she was 15, I didn't even know her fucking name. Why would I? Now, it's for certain is that it ain't okay for people to keep hurting me, but it is also for certain that literally none of these people are going out of their way to do anything except procrastinate. There's a lot of other people who understand, but they keep trying to tell me that they understand instead of listening to my story. And then I get frustrated with begging them to stop making it about them. I'm still here taking this harm instead of throwing bullshit at me like, why don't you just move somewhere else? How about you help me to turn in the evidence of the abuse that I'm enduring? How about we focus on that? It doesn't take much effort, but it takes for fucking ever. When you're busy interrupting the victim so you don't know what the fuck is going on. Meanwhile, I can't possibly be victimized because why? Because I'm creepy? Because I look creepy? Because I smell creepy? Because you're taught that it's okay to be evil to homeless people? That it's okay to take your bullshit out on homeless people? That it's okay to deny a homeless person their rights as a human being? It's fucked up. I got shit that I gotta fucking get done. And never mind this goddamn fucking moron and her stupid bullshit. I got a lot of fucking anxiety over real goddamn bullshit. Meanwhile, I'm having to jump through hoops for this guy who keeps demanding paperwork I've tried to show him hundreds of times. Not literally hundreds, probably half a dozen times. But the thing is, I've tried over and over. I try to show you, you refuse to look. Then when you hear a fucking rumor, you want to get up on me like I did fucking something wrong. I spoke up about being abused. That's not wrong. I speak up about being bullied. That's not wrong. When I say I need help turning it in so I won't get bullied by the fucking cops, all people want to do is talk about how nobody helped them. Nobody helped them. Well, Jesus Christ, stop making it about you. Help me how I fucking need. If you want help from me, then help me. Help me get out of this fucked up situation. When I'm telling you about these people doing this shit and the fucking bullying and the expectations that these fucking drug addicts and alcoholics have out of me, they want me to do fucking triple backflips and shit to fucking show them shit. Well, Jesus fucking Christ, they're not going to carry my stuff into the goddamn library every day. They're not going to pay any of my fucking bills. I have to fucking pay them money to fucking look at the goddamn evidence. Like, hey, instead of fucking hitting me over shit that didn't fucking happen, how about I pay you 50 fucking bucks to look at evidence? My frustration with Claire is the same frustration I have with everybody. I'm the victim in this situation. Instead of making it about you and making it story time about you, which you always do, listen to me for once. Pretend I don't have a dick. Okay? Pretend I do not have a dick. If that's what it takes for you to recognize me as a fucking human being who is being abused, then pretend I don't have a penis. Then will you fucking listen? The answer is no. No matter what, I'm still a guy. And I'm not a tall guy. I'm not a rich guy. I'm not a good looking guy. So I'm not coupled up with anybody. I've never been coupled up with anybody. I've never had any kids. So I don't get to hide behind my kids. I don't get to hide behind my spouse. I don't get to go bullying anybody that I fucking want to because I'm fucking drunk and feeling sorry for myself about my fucking shitty kids and my shitty wife. And going and fucking bullying people and then saying, oh, well, I got kids, I got a wife. You're an asshole. You belong in prison. And when your wife does that shit to people, she belongs in fucking prison too. Anyway, with the stuff with Claire, you get to hear she's trying to be nice. A lot of people try to be nice, but they've already assumed what needs done, or they want to do their storytelling time. Now with Claire, that's how it always becomes. Her talking about her experience. And that's fine. But that doesn't get her familiarized with my experience. And that's an icebreaker that you use for like children who have been abused. Literally, people will interject into the victim's story 100 times to say things that absolutely mean jack shit. It doesn't help the situation. All right. All it does is derail the fucking train and frustrates the fucking victim because you won't shut the fuck up and listen. And throwing money at the situation doesn't fix it. When you say, I only have a limited amount of time, well, good. Good. Understand that I only have a limited amount of time and that I am the victim. Listen. There are important details that I'm trying to tell you that I can't give out on my YouTube, but I never get that far because you won't stop and listen. Actually listen to listen. And it's frustrating. And I'm not allowed to get frustrated, am I? No. Because if I get loud, then I'm a horrible person. If I get angry, then I'm a horrible person. Right? If I show any sort of emotions that you show all the fucking time, if I show those emotions that I'm wrong, I'm evil, I'm horrible, but I never get far enough with literally anyone. Not one person listens to understand. Not one single person. My entire life has listened to understand. And when you say your story's too long, no, it's not. I'm telling you important details. But you're not listening because you're fucking bored. And that's fucking disgusting. A lot of people have claimed they listened, but then they're same suggestions over and over again. There's a reason I ask you to write it down. I'm not asking you to write it down for no fucking reason. I'm not asking you to write it down because you might fucking forget. I'm asking you to write it down because it's an important fucking detail that needs fucking turned in. It's an important detail about my fucking safety and the safety of my goddamn evidence. Well, I gotta deal with fucking tweakers everywhere I fucking go and fucking fentanyl addicts everywhere I fucking go and people who are alcoholics making bad decisions. Yeah, maybe these people will be nice to me. A lot of them have done kind things for me. But that doesn't excuse the assaults. It doesn't excuse the threats. It doesn't excuse the bullying. There's a way to stop this. I'm constantly having to do things that I'm not physically capable of doing. It's hurting me horrible to have to do all this running around, to have to move all of my stuff again and again and again and again, to not have peace and quiet. So hopefully we can get this to download. Hopefully. Hopefully while this is downloading, I can go through my stuff out there in the garage. I can find the stuff that this dude wants. I can find the stuff that the public pretender wants. Find the stuff the investigator apparently is going to want tomorrow. Here's the thing. I'm running around from one place to another. They know that I can't fucking travel. God damn it. And this is taking advantage of a disabled person because I don't have access to go to these places. I don't have the physical ability to carry my goddamn evidence into the fucking building, Jesus Christ, let alone carry it all the way there. Meanwhile, I'm having to deal with fucking junkies out here on the streets. People who look for anybody that they can, any excuse that they can to harm an innocent person. Not because that person's innocent, but because that person is easy to fucking take advantage of or victimize. primarily disabled, homeless men. That's right. Top 3 categories for nearly every single type of abuse. A disabled boy is more likely to be sexually assaulted than a girl, just so you know. 12 times more likely as a disabled person, 12 times more likely to be sexually abused. Thirty times more likely to be physically assaulted. Financially abused. 30 times more likely to be financially abused is pretty significant, but that's also because other people are going to have control of your finances. At least in part, people are always going to want to do that. And if you don't have a friend or family member to do that, you have to rely on the United States government and somebody who has a cush position with a bed and a pillow and a heater and a paycheck. Insurance, all sorts of niceties like that. What about the rest of us? Anyway, I'm thankful for Claire. She sent me $50 tonight so that I could get some, what do you call that? Mobile hotspot data for my phone so that I could use it to utilize the computer tonight. Gotta come up with money for a lot of things I literally don't have the money for. Meanwhile, people got ideas about what I should be doing, and all of those ideas include abandoning my stuff because I can't carry it. I can't afford to repair my vehicle or pay any of the bills for it. See, that's the thing about being disabled, is that there are people who are supposed to take this seriously. And not one of those people did take it seriously. Had they would have called it in immediately. They would have worked together with other organizations. Together, not, oh, you got the police over here, and you got TFCC over here, and TFCC going to send you to the police. Police going to send you to TFCC, and they just going to send you back and forth. Or Dual County Sheriff's Department is going to send you to a service that's in Scottsbluff County. Same thing, back and forth, playing ping pong. Now, your rights as a disabled person over here, right? This is what Social Security is supposed to help with, is people who are disabled and our access to resources, right? And then we've got over here, we got the police and the criminal justice system, and they're supposed to, well, somehow guarantee our rights as American citizens when it comes to what the law allows. So, as an American citizen and a disabled person, these two agencies are supposed to work together. They're supposed to work together. Those rights, those inalienable rights, they're intertwined. They work together. Social services, law enforcement. Social services, law enforcement. Form a little protective cocoon around the victim, right? Isn't that the way it's supposed to work in theory? In reality, Sheriff Scott DaCosta played ping pong with therapist Nicole Peralta. The hospital in Scottsbluff, a different county, and the jail in Scottsbluff, and the jail in Garden County, and even 2 separate prisons in Nebraska. And of course, I got the paperwork. Don't you know it? What does it show? Shows they had to drop the charges because there was no evidence of crimes committed by me. They're just showing they can do whatever the fuck they want, whenever the fuck they want. And there's not a goddamn thing I can do about it.